mandatory evacuation area due to wildfire.
It's the emergency alert you don't want to get. The Shell family is being told to evacuate. Luckily, this is just an exercise in neighborhoods surrounding Palmer Park in Colorado Springs.
We have fear of the fire coming to our house here very easily since our backyard is Palmer Park and we have so many trees all around us.
But what if this was real? Would you know what to do?
Probably put things in a backpack, clothing, medication, and things my dog might need, like food.
How would you know if your home and your family are in danger? And what types of disasters should we be ready for?
I think clearly there is more awareness now since we've had the Black Forest and Waldo Canyon fires in our community. And so there is much more awareness that it can happen. We hope it won't happen anytime soon, but certainly when the conditions are right, Mother Nature can deal us a blow.
Do you guys need any special assistance?
No, we don't.
Okay, and you want time to leave?
At 9:30.
Police officers go door to door in an effort to make sure residents are aware of the evacuation and ready to go. This, along with phone calls and text messages, is how emergency officials get the word out quickly. What you are able to take with you during an evacuation depends on how much time you have to pack up and leave.
When that call comes, we don't want them to be digging through the basement looking for things that they need to bring.
That's why it's a good idea to think about what you'll need before a disaster strikes.
Important documents, children's photos, things that are important to them, necessary medication for a week to 2 weeks.
Sit. Good boy. For Patricia Shell, a big priority is getting her dog out safely.
Good boy. Okay.
It will save time to plan ahead for pets, too.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll keep them safe. It's going to be really important to have what is called a go kit, and basically it's going to have belongings for your animals. You want to have some food in there, maybe favorite toys, any medications, anything that basically if you have to evacuate your home, you can just grab and go and you don't have to worry about it.
When you leave your home, police officers and other emergency personnel will likely be there to guide you out of your neighborhood. During this exercise, residents head to Sabin Middle School.
They come to our facility or our shelter. We register them with their name and address and information. They get 3 meals a day. We have snacks and water in between meals. We also have a dormitory where they'll be assigned a cot, a couple of blankets. They're given a comfort kit which has shampoo and comb and washcloth and toiletries for last about 3 days. We have health services on hand, which are nurses if they've forgotten their glasses or their medication. We have disaster mental health to help them with their grief and trauma, to calm them down during this time. We have a person with Safe and Well program that can register their name to let loved ones know out of the area that they're okay. It's an online service that they can find out that their family members are okay.
One of the primary things the Salvation Army does is feed in a disaster. So whenever the Red Cross sets up a shelter, we come in, we not only feed people who are evacuated to the shelter, but our first priority is to feed the first responders. So we're always here to support the police, the firemen, and any of the first responders with hydration and food. And then we feed the people that are affected by the disaster.
There's also a special shelter set up for animals during this drill, providing a safe place for dogs, cats, even larger animals like horses in this trailer.
When we set up shelters, we try to set up co-located shelters, which means that the humans are living in one area and the animals are living in another. And this helps the families be able to come and visit their animals and walk them and feed them and take care of them and still kind of have a normal routine, as well as still be able to have time with them.
The Civil Air Patrol flies over this neighborhood to take pictures during the exercise. In a real emergency, these pictures would provide information about homes in the area.
In a real event, you could have more situational awareness of Civil Air Patrol taking high-definition photos that would get sent to us so we know what's happening, where the fire's going, as far as damage assessment, which homes have been damaged, all sorts of things that could help us in a damage assessment, recovery process, and just letting residents know about it.
Plus, damage assessment teams have the ability to canvass the neighborhood using an app to electronically track what's happening.
We have what's called a GIS application, a mapping tool the responders can go out and do what's called the damage assessment, so they can identify which, for instance, in a wildfire situation, which homes have been damaged. It immediately uploads to a larger map that we can see in our command center. And so much more situational awareness. Technology continues to improve, and we're capitalizing on that.
This exercise helps the city of Colorado Springs be prepared for worst-case scenarios, like the wildfires and flooding experienced recently in our region.
Unless you have a disaster, you're not sure what to expect. So like we had our disaster with the Waldo Canyon, we had it with the Black Forest Fire, we've had floods in Manitou. This is so that we can practice and be ready for when a real disaster happens.
If we have a wildfire breakout, it's important for us to constantly communicate effectively, to be able to work together, to understand where resources are going, how we effectively come together and do this very rapidly.
Evaluating this drill is also crucial.
So we always do an evaluation of all our exercises. So we evaluate our response, we look at our communications, how we work together, did everything go the way it should.
One goal is for local families to take time and review this emergency exercise.
And we hope that citizens will take an opportunity to think about what could they have done to improve in families their evacuation process. Could they have brought something different? Were they prepared when they got that phone call or the knock on the door?
The perfect time to become better prepared is now. Local residents like the Shells are grateful for the practice, and so are emergency responders.
We play a really high priority on being prepared in our community. We think preparedness is so very important for us as local government and for citizens to be prepared.
For more information, you can visit csready.org and come up with a plan for your family.